So you're passionate about racing and you're trying to figure out the best way to get started. On this video, I'll be reviewing the 4 steps to get started in karting. Check it out. Hi everyone, Diana here with Beyond the Checker Flag, helping you stay on track in the motorsports world. And on this channel, I share information, tips, and experiences from our journey, as well as interviews that will help you, guide you, and most importantly, encourage you to keep moving forward or start in racing. So if you're new here, join the team and subscribe. So when you're just starting in racing, every single person has to start doing the same path, and it is karting. So as a family, a few years ago, when my brother wanted to start racing, we really didn't have a clue where to start or where to ask, who to go to get information. So I would say the first step and the most important one is get some research. And this step, it was done all by my brother because, again, my mom and I really didn't know where to look at. So if he was passionate about it, he started to look at some groups, maybe on Facebook, maybe do some research on Google, try to see where in your city will be gatherings of karting events, because that's basically where the people know and they attend. So that would be the first thing. So my brother did that research. We find out that in our city there was actually a group of persons that were practicing karting, even though on the city that we lived there was not a single track of karting or racetrack, anything. So the karting was practiced in the street, believe it or not. There was street karting, and there was a group of people that we met, and then that way we kind of start getting involved more of what it takes to really begin a career in racing. So we did attend to this kind of events, street racing, and we of course got to meet the people that were arranging all these events, and that the trainers that were in charge of these events. So that way we kind of start getting some guidance of what it took. And so that would be my first recommendation. Just search of groups of persons that are practicing these sports. Maybe follow some people, ask questions. You can always send them a message. You can always comment on a Facebook group. You can always Google maybe the tracks. If you're in a city that has a lot of maybe tracks, you can start looking at like kart tracks and those kind of information, just to get a basic idea. And then once you do that, the second step is, once you get to attend to this kind of events, even like karting events or a championship event, even if you're just going to watch, it is important that you get the basic knowledge before you jump into a kart. So basically what we do, those persons that we met in those street karting guided us to a karting school. So that will take me to step number 2, and it's you have to join and sign up to a karting school, which basically is going to give you the basics and the basic knowledge of what it takes to get into karting. And believe me, this was the most important like step, because if you skip this, you can like start training and maybe get some gear, maybe get some carts and some equipment and things, and start training. Either go to the track or even in the street, and depends on which city you are and what kind of things they do for karting in that city. However, I truly believe that all the knowledge that was basic knowledge that was gained, it was done through a karting school. So the second step will be sign up in a karting school. There are all types of karting school, the different plans. So definitely check that out. Depending on the budget that you have, you may want to plan ahead for that instead of just jumping into racing. So if you actually want to get more information about the karting school and how all of that works and the process that you have to go through getting involved and what to expect when you enroll, definitely check the video that will link on the description below that will be talking further about the karting schools. And that takes me to step number 3. And step number 3 will be getting the basic equipment. It's very important. Some people believe that it's just jumping into the track and they will have everything they need to race. It's not like that. You need to have a cart, you need to have a helmet, you need to have a basic uniform, and those things I recommend to start getting it in advance, because it can be really expensive at the beginning if you don't have the budget or you're not prepared to it. So definitely that will be something that you plan for in advance. I'll be doing another video talking about the basic equipment that you need to start in karting, and I will link that in the description below as well, so you get an idea of what are the basic things that you need. So that will take me to step number 4, and step number 4 is keep actively participating into championships. So either if you can participate in one championship, or even you have a budget that will allow you to subscribe and get enrolled into several championships, maybe 1 or 2 in a month. If you can attend several races, that will be the best training that you can ever have. So of course, like, if you can just go several times in a month, or just like be active training, that's the most important part. You need seat time, that's how it's called, and seat times you only gonna get it by more and more training. And that brings us to the question of the day. Have you already started in racing? And if you have, what was your first experience? How did you got started? I would love to hear from you in the comment section below, and I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, give us a thumbs up and subscribe and ring that bell to get notified on more videos just like this one. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.